people. So this group, so to say, has 1,400 members. You can invite however many people you want or allow them to come in, and then you can moderate it with however many people you need. You're going to have all this information here so anybody can come in and make a basic post. You'd be like, hey, HP, this product, I don't really know how this works. Can you help me out here real fast? So they can come down here and you can post it. Somebody comes in and moderates it and says, hey John, we'll be sure to help you out real fast. Let's see if we can find it for you. Same kind of information if you wanted to, let's say somebody wanted to make a poll. I don't know why I just did that. It's not supposed to. Somebody wants to make a poll. So they can come in and say, or you can come in and say, okay, we have this new product, and it's A, B, or C. Which do you like better? Do you like this direction? Do you like that direction? What do you want to accomplish in this? It allows you to post that information, come in, people, and can give you real feedback, give you stuff that's really going to help you out and make this a difference. One of the important pieces, though, is using files. You can directly upload your documents, your information, to easy access to these people. Now, the thing is you're wondering, like, why would I want to do this on Facebook? The fact is in this kind of market, in this kind of society, people need that social interaction. Coming to these places where they're already there, they're already a part of this information, it makes it very, very, I don't know why it's doing this. It's just like reacting for some reason. I gotta stand away from it. But having this kind of information is very vital to your, I guess, your brand marketing in a sense. You're not entirely marketers, but when you're interacting with individuals outside of your, I guess, your nutshell, so to speak, they're gonna look at you and say, hey, you know, I'm going to have more brand loyalty to HP because I really like how they respond to me. I like how they treat me like an actual human being. They treat me like a person because they build a product that's going to make me, you know, better at whatever I'm doing. So let's jump into Facebook's best practices real fast. So obvious thing is use the timeline effectively. Make it short and sweet. Don't use it too often. Don't flood their timeline with information. The next thing is capitalize on visuals. Use your visuals. Post those stuff in there. A picture you took at work. A picture that goes along with the blog. Information that they can use on the fly. Use conversational tone. Jordan hinted on it. It's really important in this kind of situation because it allows you to let them feel more at home. They feel like they're invited to be a part of this so they can, you know, better their lives with HP products. Next is answer all the comments. Obviously, if something leaves something behind, say, hey, we can help you out, John. Hey, Oren, we're going to help you out with this information. And we'll make it better for you. And last but not least, include the apps. Facebook grouping, using the YouTube function on Facebook. It's pretty straightforward. It's really easy to use. They make it like that so you can jump in and jump out whenever you need to. Now, there is a different monster in this world, and it's Twitter. Twitter is a little bit different, so to speak, in how it interacts with its users. Facebook is much more broad. It has more information flowing on time. Twitter is going to make that much more concise and pack it into small, neat packages so anybody can come in and get it at any time. So we're going to jump across here. I'm going to back out once again. I apologize once again. So we're going to jump into HP Networking's Twitter page. So most of the time you're going to be scrolling through, you're going to see this information. This is what most people are going to see. The most important piece of information you're going to find in here is this right here, the hashtag. It's the most vital part of Twitter. It's how you navigate. It's how you get around these places. So let's say somebody comes in and wants to know more about HPN. They want to know, hey, I heard about this today. It's really important to me. However you guys are doing this kind of stuff. So let's click on it. So it's going to take you to search results. It's going to search for that specific hashtag, and it's going to find anybody talking about it at this time. It could be you. It could be consumers. You can get valuable feedback from those individuals with their 140-character posts of saying, hey, I really like this. Hey, I think this could be better. That kind of information is very vital to you because you get instantaneous feedback. It's easy for you. You don't have to go all over the place to find it. It's straightforward, and you could use it on the fly. Now, it's also a great thing because you can use this information when you post something. Let's say Ann makes a blog post, and she wants to put it out on Twitter. A great thing you can use through blogs is instantaneous Twitter feed. What it does is when you make the post, it'll put that post onto Twitter. It'll apply hashtags that you put into the blog post, depending on what source that you use, whether it's a self-made Xenforo or it's WordPress. Whatever happens, you guys make your own stuff. But it allows you to put this up at any time. It accesses that cloud feature that one of the other groups will talk about later. But it's very, very important and extremely vital to use it correctly. Obviously, one of the things here is communicating with people. You have an individual here who's talking about HP, vertical tracking, big data. Whatever that may mean, the fact is he's engaging with it. So if you take the time to engage with this individual and say, hey, what do you like about this? Hey, what can we do better? How can we fix this? It really helps that situation. It makes it easier for you to attain that data. Obviously, another thing is keeping your stuff concise, because you only have 140 words. So, I mean, just try to keep it straightforward, put your links in, and get going about your business. This is how you use Twitter. It's really easy and straightforward, so let's, take the best advantage we have. So I want to jump back into the presentation. Once again, I apologize that this is not working out, but here's our best practices for Twitter. Learn to use the hashtags. Very, very vital. They're going to help you out. It's going to make it easier for you, and it's going to make it to where you can utilize your data in a more effective stream. 140 characters, got to keep it simple, got to keep it concise. Think about this current generation. Think about how can I convey something to them so quick and easy that they're going to want to pay attention to it. And they're going to jump in, catch that information, and run with it. And it's going to make it easier, whether it's the PDF idea that Orange Group had, or another one in the future. It allows you to maintain that information. Obviously, communicate with your followers. Those people are important. They take the time to come check out your stuff. They want to be involved with what you do, and they care about it. Same way you care about them maintaining your business, so to speak. And the last is connect with your other social media. You can connect it with YouTube, you can connect with Facebook, your blogging, your forums, all that information can come through Twitter. That's why it's one of the best and easiest forums to use, because you can always access it. It's highly valuable, and it's, it's fun in some ways. So we're going to go on to the next, and there's obviously other social media websites out there, such as Dig, Stamped, as you know, YouTube, and the recently added Reddit. All these different places have the same kind of functions. They're just built differently. They accommodate to different types of people as you use them. But the thing is, those categories, those principles can be applied to every single one of these. They may look different, they may interact different, but you still use that same concept of using a conversational tone, being engaged with the people that you talk to, and just be a part of that industry, so to speak. But, so the thing you want to take away from this is your new skills for technical writers. This is the information you want to use from now on whenever you involve yourself with this kind of information. The top part is, use a conversational tone. I've said it multiple times, I'm sure you don't need me to repeat it again, but using that kind of tone it's inviting. It makes them feel like they're a part of something that is the consumer. Know your social media. It's going to take you time to really dig out the details of each part of these. And there's so much more to learn because they change every day. But understanding these things and how they interact together is going to make it a lot easier for you guys to convey your material and get feedback from those individuals. And the last thing is, as we all know as writers, is be concise. Keep it short and simple, quick and easy so they can get in and get out. Because that's highly important in today's society and how we use that technology, and it's going to help you guys out. But overall, the big thing here, social media is going to make you guys a better company, using it effectively, and in the end, it's going to be fun. So overall, I'm Jason for Jordan, and this is social media, so if you have any questions, go and ask now.
Great job, you guys. I had a couple of questions. So the first thing I was wondering, as you went through some of the changes for technical writers, do you have any suggestions of how we would train people who have been technical writers for quite some time? So they're used to writing in a very formal style, very procedural style, very technical, obviously, for lack of a better word. How do you train them to use a conversational tone? So is there any best practices, suggestions, training? How do you kind of help them make the gap or make the leap into conversational tone versus procedural and technical tone?
I would start with looking at some of the blogs, or I showed you one blog. You can go ahead and look at that blog and read through it. I'd have them, if they don't have their own Facebook or Twitter, to at least go to Facebook and Twitter and read some of these big companies' Facebooks and Twitter to see how they handle it. Do you know some big companies that do it really well? HP's main pages already do. They can go ahead and read that.
HP, Sony does a really great job. Microsoft, even Verizon and AT&T have a lot of engaging aspects to that. Another thing is also an easy way to always, something that told me once, is talk to them like you would talk to them on the fly on the street. If you're walking by somebody and you wanted to convey something really fast and they were walking away from you, but you wanted to keep it real simple, that's the easiest way to do it. Or kind of like a coffee shop atmosphere. It's still professional, you're still maintaining that raw kind of attitude, but it allows you to keep it real simple and really easy and short.
the blogs. Now, would this potentially be someone's full-time job, or, I mean, how much overhead does it take to manage blogs and interact with customers via social media devices? Is this full-time, or could this be a supplement to what a person's currently doing?
It should be a supplement to what people are currently doing. The way the Microsoft blog I showed you is set up, they allow different people to post on their own, but they also have one like Microsoft team person.
Okay.
And so everybody from their team can post maybe once a week. And as far as managing it, it should just be a couple minutes a day to answer the comments that you get, and you can spread that out across a team of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about security issues? So what I mean by that, like security and copyright issues. So, you know, in the HP environment, we have to scrub our data, we get it thoroughly reviewed, we have people sign off and approve everything that we post out there because of liability. We don't want to make sure we're not saying something incorrect. Now, with this interacting more real time, we probably wouldn't go through all these review cycles. So is there any suggestions, best